Hey guys, Andrew at CPR Instructor Affiliates. Today we're going to be talking about AHA, American Heart Association, alignments with training centers. How many training centers can you align with? How does the process work when you go to look at transferring your alignment? We'll cover all of that, but if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We would really love for you to be able to engage with us regularly to get important information about how to help you run and grow successful CPR organizations. So let's go ahead and first of all talk about how many training centers you can be aligned with as an instructor. Once you've gone through your instructor class, you should already by default be aligned with the training center that taught your instructor class. Now some training centers are a little funny about that. There's a few exceptions where they may only do the class and then expect you to go and be aligned with another training center right off the bat. But by default, and the AHA's expectation is whoever taught your class is who you're going to be initially aligned with. Now, the AHA does allow for you to have a secondary alignment, and so you can have up to two officially, and so a lot of times people, like maybe they're a nurse in a hospital and they're aligned with their training center at the hospital, but the hospital doesn't let them teach in the community, so therefore they would need to find a secondary training center who would allow them and sanction them to teach in the community. That's one reason why there's an allowance for two different training centers. The process though is pretty simple. So if you're ever needing to add a training center on or transfer to a new training center, the American Heart Association requires a few things. One, you're going to have to sign a transfer form, and this is an official document, so you'll fill out the information. The training center that's going to be accepting you, they fill out signing off saying that they're willing to accept you, and then the accepting training center would then take that transfer form and send it to your old training center requesting a copy of your instructor records, and then that old training center will send it to the new training center. That form always needs to go from training center to training center. You as an instructor can't take the form and give it to your current training center. It would need to come from one training center to the other, and then back and forth between them. And then the new training center is required to monitor you teaching a class and to ensure that you are upholding the AHA's quality standards. And so even if you just got monitored a month ago, or you just renewed your CPR instructor certification a month ago, you still have to be monitored by the new training center, so they can set that up. And some training centers will do like a virtual recording, so where you set up a camera in your classroom and they are able to watch your class virtually, and that's acceptable. And then once you've finished that, some training centers may also require that you fill out some sort of an agreement, and they call them affiliation agreements or a training site agreement, so something along those lines. So you can expect that. That's fairly normal and common, but that's not an AHA requirement, but that's something that a lot of training centers will require of you as well. Assuming that you've passed your monitoring, you've done the transfer form, and your records have come back, that's all that's required. You will get a new instructor certification card with a new certification date, a new expiration date, 2 years from the time that you transferred, and it'll have your new training center's name on that instructor card. Hopefully that was helpful. If you still have any questions though, feel free to leave them in the comments below. We definitely will get back to you and answer whatever we can for you. Thanks so much for watching. Again, this is Andrew at CPR Instructor Affiliates.